So for today, I want to talk to you about the concept of big deal or small deal, right? In our daily lives, we encounter hundreds and thousands of things a day, right? And some of those things are not a big deal, right? It just happens, it's not a big deal. Some of those things are a huge deal, where you hold on to them for 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, and I will never forget. But did you know that when you save those memory files, you're the one that tells it how long you will save it for? It's all in your power. Because think about this, right? Can everyone here quickly think of something that was pretty big, but you looked at it as kind of small? Can you think of anything? Where something really big happened and you were like, not a big deal. Like for me, when my grandfather passed away, I was very young. I didn't understand what it meant. It had no effect on my life. You know, not to say what kind of person he was, it didn't affect me at all. Just because I didn't really understand what death meant. I didn't understand what that meant. You know, when my mom told me that I was gonna move from South San Francisco, the big house we lived in, to an apartment building in San Francisco, no big deal, right? Like, no big deal. Move house, okay, move house. There wasn't any feeling of, this is our old house, I don't wanna move. No big deal. But then if I tell Ting Ting to do something and she's like, I don't want to, that makes me so mad, right? I can move houses, I can leave my friends, I can change schools, my grandfather can die, but you better not make that face at me. Do you see how it's us? How come that little face is so infuriating compared to some of the biggest things in our lives? There are so many things in your lives that are so big, but because you don't make it a big deal, you experience it, it passes, and you say, it's done, it's gone. For example, I was eavesdropping while some of our very handsome temple members were talking back there, right? And one member was talking about how he had a cut on his hand. One other member said, oh, how'd you get that cut? He's like, oh, I was doing this, and I got a cut. And the other member says, well, look at my cut. I got a big cut too. How did you get a cut? And he's like, oh, something sheet metal. And he goes, sheet metal? Oh my God. And you can see these men, these big, tough, strong men talking to each other how it's such a no big deal. See this cut? No big deal. How about this one? No big deal either, man. And it's kind of cool. It's not a big deal, right? Can you imagine how much more free your life would be if you could let go of your traumas, if you could not make new traumas, if not everything was the end of the world, not everything is going to destroy your life? It's just, this is normal. It happens. Happens to other people, happens to us. You know, some men, they go bald. Some people get older, they gain weight. You know, you get older, your knees start to hurt, your back starts to hurt. Some people gracefully age. Some people, their hair turns white and they just gracefully age. You know what? My hair's white. Let it be white. I've seen women who, you know, dyed their hair until they were like 80 something. And I saw a couple women who, you know, in their 60s, 65s, and their hair was completely brown or black every day. And then all of a sudden the next week I saw them, they had like, or a couple weeks later, their head was completely white. And I was like, what happened? She was like, I just let my natural hair grow. And it was beautiful. The hair was not the beauty. It was the acceptance of who you are. That was the beauty. Do you see the difference? No one really cares what you look like. They care how you carry yourself. Do you love yourself? If you don't love yourself, you see how, think about this. We care little about how much we love ourselves, but we care more about how much you might love us. You see how we make your feelings about me a big deal. My feelings about myself, not so important. We should switch it, right? How you think about me, that's how you think. How I think about me is very important. I'm with my thoughts all the time. I'm only with you once a week, twice a month, 3 times a year. Should I care more about how you feel about me Or should I care more about how I feel about me, right? Take control of your lives. Make the important things important. And make the things that you can let go of, just put them aside. Don't make them such a big deal. Control the amount of happiness in your life. Control the amount of peace in your life. Okay? All right, let's receive the blessing from the monks today.